How seniors can stop holding the wall. Simple balance exercises to improve walking. Have you ever caught yourself holding onto the wall like it's your best friend? Maybe you tell yourself, "Oh, I'm just being careful." But deep down you worry, what if my balance gets worse? What if one day I actually fall? Well, I've got good news. Losing balance isn't just part of aging, and you can regain your stability. Today, I'll show you 5 simple exercises that will help you walk with confidence again. No more gripping the walls, no more fear of falling. Stick around, because the last tip is a game changer. Imagine this. You're walking through your home, reaching for the wall, the counter, even the back of a chair, just to feel steady. Maybe you tell yourself, "I'm just being careful." But deep down you wonder, why is this getting worse? That's exactly how my friend Mary felt. She used to avoid walking too much because she was afraid of losing her balance. She thought using the wall for support was the safest thing to do. But here's the truth. Leaning on furniture isn't helping. In fact, it can make balance worse over time. You see, the less we challenge our muscles and coordination, the weaker they get. The good news? Balance isn't just about luck, it's something you can improve with the right exercises. And today, I'm going to show you 5 easy moves that will help you stand taller, walk steadier, and feel more confident on your feet. So, stay with me, because your future self will thank you for this. Close your eyes for a second and imagine this. You're walking down a narrow sidewalk, the kind you might find in a charming neighborhood. It's just wide enough for you to place one foot directly in front of the other, heel to toe. You're steady. You're confident. No wobbling, no sidestepping. You're walking like a tightrope walker on a perfectly straight path. Now, let's fast forward to today. How many times do you find yourself shuffling around, not quite lifting your feet enough? I've seen it with so many people, including my friend Mary. She used to take tiny, unsteady steps, thinking it was safer. But here's the thing, those small steps are actually making things worse. Taking small, hesitant steps is one of the most common mistakes I see. We often shuffle our feet, thinking it will prevent a fall, but in reality, this actually makes our balance weaker over time. When we shuffle, we don't give our muscles the full range of motion they need. Our coordination doesn't get the workout it needs to stay strong. Over time, this can lead to instability when we need to move quickly or adjust to changes in our environment, like stepping over an obstacle or shifting our weight suddenly. Here's the fix. Start practicing a heel-to-toe walk. It's simple, but it works wonders. All you need to do is walk in a straight line, placing your heel directly in front of your toes with each step. You want to imagine walking on a narrow line or a tightrope. The key is to make sure you're stepping heel to toe. This will help retrain your muscles to maintain proper coordination and stability. Now, I know this might feel a little awkward at first, and that's perfectly okay. Start with just a few steps. Try it near a wall or sturdy surface to catch yourself if you need to. You can even do this in your hallway or on the sidewalk outside your home. The key is consistency. Just a few steps each day will gradually retrain your muscles and improve your balance. In time, you'll notice that you're walking with more confidence and control. And trust me, the more you practice, the easier it will get. Let's picture this. You're standing at the kitchen sink, waiting for your coffee to brew. The sound of the water running fills the room, and as you stand there, you find yourself holding onto the counter or leaning on the sink for support. But here's the thing. What if I told you that in that very moment, you could practice an exercise that would make your legs and balance stronger? It's a simple move, but it's something that can dramatically improve your balance and confidence. One of the most common mistakes I see people make is relying too much on holding on to furniture or the counter for support. It's natural, right? When you feel a little unsteady, you grab hold of something solid to stay balanced. But here's the catch. The more you rely on that support, the less your stabilizer muscles get worked. It's like trying to build muscle by using crutches. They may help you get by, but they won't make you stronger. Your stabilizer muscles are the ones that keep you balanced when you need to make quick adjustments, like when you trip or shift your weight unexpectedly. If you don't challenge these muscles, they weaken over time. And if they get too weak, you become more susceptible to losing your balance, which increases the risk of falls. Here's the simple fix: the single leg stand. This exercise is easy to do, and it doesn't require any special equipment. Start by standing near a sturdy counter or chair, holding onto it lightly for balance. Then, gently lift one foot off the ground, balancing on your other leg. Try to hold it for about 3 seconds, then switch to the other leg. It's a small movement, but it does wonders for your legs, your core, and your balance. Make sure you're standing tall. Don't slouch or lean. Keep your posture straight. I know it may feel a bit challenging at first, but that's a good thing. It means you're building strength and coordination. Even if you can only lift your foot for 2 or 3 seconds today, that's a victory. The more you practice, the better you'll get at balancing on one leg, and soon enough you'll notice that standing on your own, without holding onto the counter, becomes easier and easier. Start by adding this to your daily routine. Try it when you're brushing your teeth, making dinner, or even waiting for your coffee. Every second you spend balancing makes your stabilizer muscles stronger, which means your overall balance gets better. It's all about those small wins, so don't get discouraged. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever found yourself struggling to get up from a low chair? You know, that moment when you push yourself up with your hands or maybe even lean forward to get more leverage? If you've been there, you're not alone. It happens to many of us, especially as we age. But here's the thing, that struggle is actually a sign that your leg muscles might need a little boost. Getting up from a chair shouldn't be a challenge. And today, I'm going to show you a simple way to make it easier and safer so you can keep your independence. The most common mistake people make when standing up from a chair is using their hands. Whether it's pushing off the arms of the chair, the seat, or even the table next to you, many of us rely on our arms to help us stand up. It feels like the easiest way to get up, especially if you're feeling a bit unsteady or tired. But that's the problem. By relying on your arms, you're not giving your legs the workout they need to stay strong. Over time, this makes your legs weaker, and standing up becomes even harder. When we use our arms to push ourselves up, we aren't engaging the muscles in our legs as much as we should be. Your legs, especially your quadriceps, hamstrings and glutes, are the muscles that need to be strong in order to support you throughout the day. By not using these muscles properly, you're setting yourself up for even more difficulties down the road. Weak legs can make everything harder, from standing up to walking and even balancing. The good news? You can fix this. Let me introduce you to the chair sit-to-stand exercise. It's as simple as it sounds. When you sit down, focus on using only your legs, not your hands, to help you get up. First, sit down in a sturdy chair with your feet flat on the ground and about shoulder width apart. Keep your chest up and your back straight. Now, Without pushing off with your hands, lean forward slightly, shift your weight onto your feet and stand up. If you need a little extra help, place your hands lightly on your thighs to guide your movement, but try not to push off. Sit back down slowly, using the same leg muscles to control the descent. Repeat this several times, aiming for 8 to 10 repetitions in a row. I know this exercise might feel a bit difficult at first, especially if you're used to using your hands for help. But that's okay. Every time you do this exercise, you're building strength in your legs and core muscles. Think of this as your secret weapon for staying independent. It may seem small, but over time, it will make a world of difference. The more you practice, the more you'll notice that standing up becomes easier, smoother, and you won't feel as dependent on furniture or supports. Remember, it's not about perfection, it's about progress. Each time you do this, you're strengthening your legs and improving your balance. Your future self will thank you for the effort you put in today. Imagine you're walking through your living room and you need to sidestep around a chair or table. Maybe there's a piece of furniture that's a little too close to the wall and you have to shift to the side to get by. Now, think about how easy that movement is for you. You probably don't even think twice about it. But as we age, it can get trickier to maintain that smooth side-to-side balance. Strong hips play a huge role in that. And here's the good news. Today, I'm going to show you an exercise that will not only make sidestepping easier, but it will also help protect you from falls. A lot of people don't realize how important side-to-side balance is until they're in a situation where they need it, like sidestepping around a tight space or adjusting quickly to avoid tripping. Most of the time, when we think about improving our balance, we focus on forward and backward movements. But here's the issue. We're missing out on training the muscles that help us move sideways. Without practicing side-to-side stability, we put ourselves at greater risk of stumbling or losing our balance, especially when we have to make sudden sideways movements. When you skip working on your side-to-side balance, you're not strengthening the muscles around your hips and outer thighs, which are key to keeping you stable during movements like sidestepping. If these muscles aren't strong enough, they can't react quickly when you need to move to the side. That increases your risk of falls, especially in tight spaces or when you're walking on uneven ground. So, let's change that with a simple and effective exercise: side leg raises. This move specifically targets your hip muscles, improving your side balance and strengthening your outer thighs. Here's how to do it. Start by standing next to a sturdy chair or countertop, holding onto it lightly for support. Stand tall with your feet hip-width apart. Slowly lift one leg out to the side, keeping your body upright and your toes pointing forward. Hold that position for about 3 to 5 seconds and then slowly lower your leg back down. Repeat the movement 8 to 10 times on each side. Keep your movement slow and controlled and focus on squeezing the muscles around your hips as you raise your leg. It might feel a little challenging at first, but don't worry. Each repetition will strengthen the muscles that keep you stable. This exercise is a game changer for your balance and confidence. By strengthening your hip muscles, you're making those everyday movements like sidestepping or adjusting your position so much easier. Strong hips mean fewer stumbles and better stability when you need to move in any direction. It doesn't matter if it's in your home or out in the world. This exercise gives you the power to stay steady and independent. Start with just a few reps and remember, slow and steady wins the race. The more you practice, the more noticeable the improvements will be, and before you know it, you'll feel stronger, more confident, and ready to take on the day with greater ease. So, let's work on those hips. Your future self will thank you. Do you remember when you were a kid and you'd run around the yard, laughing and playing with friends? One of the games kids love is running backward. It's fun, right? But here's something to think about. When was the last time you walked or even tried running backward as an adult? It's probably been a while. But here's the thing. Backward walking isn't just for kids. It's actually a fantastic exercise that can help you improve your balance and coordination. And I'm about to show you why it's so beneficial for your overall strength and stability. Most people focus only on forward walking, and that's understandable. It's the natural way we move, and we're used to it. But here's the issue. By only walking forward, we're not challenging our body in a way that strengthens coordination across all the different muscle groups. Backward walking forces your brain and body to work together in a different way, activating muscles you might not typically use when walking forward. So by ignoring it, you're missing out on a simple but effective exercise for your balance. When we only walk forward, we tend to rely on the same set of muscles, and that can limit our coordination. The muscles involved in backward walking, especially the ones that stabilize the core and support your balance, don't get the workout they deserve. Over time, this can make your movements feel stiff or less fluid, but here's the thing. Our bodies need variety. To stay balanced and coordinated, we need to challenge our muscles in different ways. If you don't give your body the chance to work through those motions, you're setting yourself up for difficulty when you need to quickly adjust or change direction. So, how can we fix this? Backward walking? This is a simple exercise that you can do in the comfort of your own home or a safe space like a hallway. Start by standing tall with your feet hip-width apart. Find a clear open space where you have room to move backward without any obstacles or tripping hazards. Slowly begin to take small steps backward, focusing on keeping your posture straight and your core engaged. Try to walk in a straight line and pay attention to how your feet move and how your body feels. It might feel a little strange or even funny at first, but don't worry. This is exactly what's going to help improve your coordination and balance. At first, backward walking might feel a bit awkward or even funny, but trust me, your body will thank you. It's like giving your balance a workout it's never had before. Not only does it help strengthen your core muscles, but it also improves your coordination and reaction time. The more you practice, the easier it becomes. Soon, you'll notice that you're moving with more confidence, and your overall balance will be better than ever. Plus, backward walking is an exercise that's easy to fit into your daily routine. You can practice it while walking through your house, or even while you're on a walk outside. Just make sure the ground is clear and safe. So go ahead, take a few steps backward today. Your future balance will thank you. All right, now that you've learned these 5 powerful balance exercises, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these exercises do you think will help you the most? Is it the heel-to-toe walk for better coordination? Or maybe the single leg stand to build leg strength? Maybe backward walking caught your attention? Drop a comment below. I really want to hear your thoughts. Share which exercise you're excited to try first, or if you have any balance tips of your own, don't be shy. Let's learn from each other. Remember, improving your balance isn't about being perfect, it's about being consistent. The more you practice, even if it's just for a few minutes a day, the better you'll get. Don't get discouraged if things feel a little tricky at first. Keep pushing yourself and you'll see progress before you know it. Think of each small step as a victory. It all adds up to big improvements over time. If this video helped, make sure to hit that like button. It really helps others find these tips, and it shows us that you want more videos like this. And if you want to learn more about staying strong, steady and independent as you age, don't forget to subscribe and check out our other videos. We post new tips every week to help you live your best life at every stage. So go ahead, subscribe and join our community. We're all in this together.